Today's topic is finding leaks in our business. And I'm going to tell you guys how important this is. Everything has a system, right? We also have a system, right? And it's a system that's perfect, that's proven to make people millions of dollars. So that system is, who knows the number one thing? It's prospecting, okay? It's prospecting. And a lot of people think, okay, prospecting, cold market, prospecting here, prospecting there. There's a lot of things when it comes to prospecting, okay? And I'm going to write them down in this area over here. So prospecting, it could mean cold market. Market, right? Market. This is going to get you 20% of your business. It could mean warm market. Okay. This is going to get you 60% of your business. Okay. I'm sorry. It's actually 40% of your business, and it's going to be people your people know. That's going to give you another 40%. Okay.
People know, it's like
people your people know. Yeah, your friends, right? So one thing that I always tell Edgar, like, okay, how well are we in these aspects? How is it that, Sheena and Matt and the Vargases, they're doing over 100 recruits a month? What are they doing that we're not doing, right? They're doing something. They're implementing something. So we're good in cold market. We're good in our warm market, right? How about our people know? So me and Edgar, we ask ourselves, what can we improve on in these when it comes to prospecting? Also, prospecting could mean social media, right? Social media. Okay. How well do I feel on each of these things? I know everything is not going to be 10, but if we master most of this, our business is going to be running smooth, right? We're going to get that first push, that first level up. It's like a staircase. Our business is a staircase. We're going to at least be able to start getting up that staircase, okay? Prospecting. Number 2 is phone call, right? So what about the phone call? How many different scripts are there? The 3 good quality script. The BOM invite. The Ethor. Okay. So how many of us, Matt, how many of us know these scripts, but we're still not getting results?
I would say I primarily just do one.
Which one is it? Mm-hmm.
What's that one?
The 3 good quality script. The 3 good quality script. Okay. So how many of the times on these scripts have we mastered them? We follow the script. Hi, my name is Damien. I heard you were smart. This, this and this, right? We master the scripts. The way we start to see the leaks in our business is, okay, I made how many calls? Do you guys track your calls a week? Okay. If you guys don't track them, start tracking them. Let's say I made 50 calls this week. Out of those 50 calls, how many appointments did you set out from them? I've only did 5 appointments out of those 50 calls. That's a leak. Doesn't matter how well you know the script. If you're not getting those results, that's a leak. You're supposed to be placing at least 60% of your calls. Okay? But how do we identify this leak? You track it? Okay. Okay. What if you're tracking it, but you're still not getting the results? Yep. So a lot of the times when we learn these scripts, that's all we do. We just learn the script, right? One thing that I caught, they said, you need to talk to a person the way you want to be spoken to, right? Do you really want a person to be sounded scripted to you? Do you want a person to be pushy? Or how about just trying to get the appointment, right? Like just trying to get through the whole script just to schedule the appointment, right? How many of your phone calls are people canceling on you? Okay, I set the appointment. Yeah, I have 80 units. We got 80 units this week, you guys. But then all of a sudden the week comes and it's like, what happened to your appointments? Right? That's a leak. So we need to identify what's going on there. And that's one thing that I told Edgar. I was like, why is it we're getting so many units a week, but our appointments are not matching up? Why is it? Because it's something that we might be saying on the phone. Maybe we're just pushing just to get that appointment at the end of the day. I'm just gonna schedule you in. And the guy is kind of like, what works better for you, this day or this day? I guess Thursday, I guess, right? So when we talk, this is something that me and Edgar spoke about. When we do a phone call, we need to make sure we build so much rapport with that person. We need to make sure that, they know who we are. We know who they are. So what is it that you do for work? Oh, and how long have you been doing that for? Laugh with them, Don't sound so scripted, right? You want to practice that over and over and over again. And then at the end of the day, when you're going for that appointment, if they still seem a little off, like, hey, I noticed, what's going on? Can we meet up for 20 minutes or what's happening? Oh, it's because of this. Sometimes they still have objections. That's another thing on the phone call. How good are you on Q's and A's? Question and answers. An objection. In a phone call, when it comes to any industry, there's about 20 questions, 20 objections that everybody's going to ask. You're going to hear the same thing over and over again. Is this a scam? Is this WFG? I don't have time. Is this a pyramid scheme? Is this, what else is another one? How much is it? Is this commission? Is this, all of those objections. Do you have a script? Do you guys have a Q&A that you guys have mastered already? No? That's very, very important. How good are you on your Q&As? Okay? How good are you on your Q&As? Objection scripts. Okay? Number 3 is presentation. Presentation. And what is this presentation? It could be the RI, the recruiting interview. It could be the KTP, right? RI and KTP, again, we go back to the same thing. So the presentation, I do the RIs, I know the RI, and I'm so good at it. But what are we trying to get in the RI? A recruit. And what is that called? We're trying to close, right? How good are you at closing? How good are you at closing? Same thing with the KTP. You know what happens a lot of times with the KTPs? And this is a leak that I'm seeing in our business right now. We do the presentation. Oh, I have a follow-up. Okay, the follow-up never happens. There was something said in the KTP, there was something that wasn't said, that wasn't clarified to the client, that didn't really interest them, right? And like I said, I'm not saying 100% of your of the business is supposed to be closed, but 8 out of 10 is supposed to be closed. 8 out of 10. If 8 out of 10 of your appointments are not being closed, there's a leak. There's something that is being said or something that's not being said. The same thing with the RIs. When you're doing a recruiting interview, you might not get the code right at that moment, but if the person comes back, okay, they come in, they're interested, same thing, 6 out of 10. This one's supposed to be about 6 out of 10. If those are not your results, there's a leak, okay? All right. Not only this, so presentation. So what comes after? Let's just say you close, you pick up the app and everything. What's next after that? It falls into presentation. No. No. So you pick up the app, right? What do you? Paperwork. Submitting, tracking, right? So this is where the tracking comes in with the paperwork. And I know when we hear paperwork, we're like, oh my gosh, like paperwork. But let's just say, you do. How many appointments have you guys done? Well, let's just say this past 2 months. Yeah. 60? Okay, and now, then what's the ratio? Do you guys know the ratio?
We've done 42, submitted 42 apps. No, 47 now.
47?
42 apps.
42 apps. Okay, perfect. Do you know how much of that has placed?
So some are dupes because they get declined and they send it to another carrier. So I want to get better at that. So I'd say 50%.
50%. Okay, that's good. So, and it needs to be a little higher. It needs to be at the 70%. But the thing is, you guys are getting paid, right? You guys are getting your income and everything. Yanira, she's amazing. She started tracking each and every one of our businesses. So for us that are licensed, that are submitting applications, she did a tracker of how many policies that are closed, how many policies that are still open, how many were declined, and she has everything. So I'm gonna do that mainly for the licensed agents writing business. I'm gonna have a separate class on that. But as we start writing more business, we're gonna have that for everybody that's writing business, and you guys are gonna see your ratios. I'm sorry.
Like a pipeline?
Like a pipeline to help you track your business.
Enforce is 72% because we got to be above 70.
Yes,
Right? So
yes.
we're at like 70.
72%? Okay, good. That's good. That's really good, right? So you want to make sure, and I know that it's there because you're on this. You're definitely on this. So one thing that I notice about you guys is you guys are always trying to improve in the areas that you guys need to improve on, and that's great, right? In our business, it's the same thing. We can't just kind of hope it's going to get better. You know, like, oh, you know what? I don't really prospect, but it's okay. It's going to happen magically, right? You know, I don't really, do too many KTPs, but it's okay. I'm going to have $10,000 in my bank account next month. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen, right? Sometimes we do have wishful thinking in this business because we see other people making like, they're winning and they're making thousands of dollars, they're millionaires. And we're hoping one day, one day I'm going to get there. Okay, how are you going to get there though? Are you dissecting your business? Are you seeing the steps you need to get there with, right? If you want to get to a certain point, you want to see what are they doing that I could implement into my business? Why are they winning, right? And why am I still not winning? Right? I'm smarter, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a harder worker than them, I have more talent. What are they doing that I'm not doing? Okay, so that's the presentation. Number 4 is follow up. How well are you on following up with people? And goes back to the phone call. Okay. Phone call, follow up, how well? And how well do you know your clients? Okay? How well do you know your clients? So we'll do that. How well do you know your clients? Okay. Do you know their birthdays? Do you know the last conversation you had with them? Oh, hey, I just wanted to check up. I know the last time, you said that you weren't feeling well. How are you feeling now? Oh, thank you. Like people remember that stuff. They're like, oh, wow, thank you. How well do you know your clients? Do you take them out to eat? Do you send them cards? Follow up. That's all part of the process of following up. And the last one is going to be fast start.